it's not them. But
no, it's not. Sometimes it's not. It is them, but they're trying to be polite for something that is really simple.
just keep it.
Yeah, that's part of the conversation. Part of the conversation is.
I mean, I knew
keep
the
it.
answer.
Keep it. No. If you're gonna keep,
tall.
if you're gonna keep it tall and lanky with a kid, keep it tall and lanky. Now,
basically, make a clean kill.
the answer to the question is real simple. You know, when a lady says in particular, it's not you, it's me. All they're telling you, in short, is that they are not physically attracted to you.
Okay.
It's basic principles. Communication, trust, physical attraction is always the three keys to relationships. If you don't have a physical attraction, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you provide. I don't care what you have. I don't care what you do for a person. You could force yourself into a person's life. Do all the things that you want them to do. But if they are not physically attracted to you, I don't care what it looks like.
Now, I think what we have to clarify with this part is because when people hear that part, physical attraction, they think, oh, well, I have to look a certain way.
You do.
Well, no. What I mean is, obviously, there's not a universal appeal for a single look, right? You know, there are women who like more lean guys than they like more brawny guys.
Right.
Right? So basically, the best way to deal with that is you just have to look the best you can look.
Correct.
I think the worst thing anyone can do is try to look like someone else. In the sense of whether it be, I don't know, a hairstyle, physical build, or height, or whatever it may be. You know, every guy is going to look how he looks, but all he has to really do is just look the best of how he looks. And he's bound to attract someone. Basically what I'm saying is that even the best guy, take a regular dude, he's he's at the apex of how he's gonna look, right? Even though he looks good, he can still not attract the person he wants because just fundamentally, she's not what he wants. While he can certainly attract other women.
Right. Now, I agree with that. But here, go ahead. Go.
Here's one thing. See, the physical attraction is there, but a lot of people don't know how to physically know how to have not know necessarily a regular conversation. They don't know what right words to say to a certain guy or girl in that perspective. So they'll just say anything. They put themselves in a position where they just say anything silly or annoying. Not emotions annoying, just to get a physical attraction, just to get the open opportunity for a conversation to get the notice. So from right there, when you take that certain risk, 50-50 chance it may work or it may not work.
Well, yeah, and then we can't forget, just physical attraction is only 1/3 of the tripod here.
Right.
I mean,
but what do I mean by the physical attraction? You don't have to say not one word. Before a word is said, you already won 1/3 of the battle if a woman is physically attracted to you, and vice versa. No. I'm just, what am I saying?
But I feel
it's a third of the battle is won before you say a word. The other two parts.
It is because
the other two parts of the equation is yes. Once you get past the physical part, they look decent enough. They're in my physical wheelhouse. Cool.
it's like, just natural.
Yeah, but part of that is true.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
And that happened. No,
but see,
you just made a perfect good example.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Like
what you just did. Because anybody would say, "Whoa, hey, you strong. Hey, I like what you got on. This feels
I like your fit. I like what this on." So now here's the thing. Now here's where a lot of people get. Here's where people get some of this wrong. Here's where guys get a little bit of this wrong. Here's where women get a little bit of this wrong. Guys get it wrong because they think that it's that they're really being physically attracted to them. No, sometimes women are attracted to what they got on versus them. Allow me to explain for the kids in the back. First of all, PBC Podcast Group, all big fam, you know how to get down. Now, What I mean by that is, I could come in a straight Adidas outfit, look my way, be like, he's kind of cool. He looks really good in plain clothes. But if I'm dangling around, I got my, my Figaro links on and all that stuff. I got the diamond encrusted, watches on and all that stuff. Guess what? They're not attracted to me. They're attracted to my clothing. Does that make sense? There is a difference. And here's where guys get a lot of this wrong. They think that, they're attracted to me. No, they're attracted to what you got on.
They like your feathers, not your chips.
It's exactly. they like the crispiness of the skin. They don't like the darkness.
They want your oil.
they want the grease.
Sometimes they might like the fries, but they might not like the chicken.
But what I'm saying is that people get that wrong because they think the physical attraction is like the girl's like, well, this girl likes me. No, sometimes the girl just like what you got on.
Yeah.
There's a difference. But if they have pure physical attraction to you, it doesn't matter what you're wearing.
But here goes a
you're
question
gonna be cool.
for you. Well, here goes a question in general, because you just said something important. If that happens, does that create an opportunity for the guy to shoot a shot, or should he just say, thank you for the compliment, and just keep it pushing forward?
Well, it depends if you want to.
No, see, here's where in this is the part. Boy, you lead into this perfectly. This is where guys get this messed up. Now, see, when you said when I told you girls is the one who say this more often, you're right. It's not you, it's me. Meaning that, well, I like what you do. I like, your personality. I like all this stuff. But I'm not physically attracted.
You're just fat.
No, it's not even the fact that you're just fat or slim. It's just that fact of, it's one of those things that a girl will say this to a guy all the time. I just can't rock with you. All that means is that you may not be the type that you really want them to be. They want somebody physically more different.
It's like, I just can't do that.
Right. But on the flip side, here's the difference.
I had that happen before. I'd rather they tell me the truth than to lead me on to something that I know it ain't gonna never happen.
Like I said, couldn't kill.
Here's the flip of the coin. Now, guys, on the other hand, they're not going to turn down a female per se, even if they don't like that. But what they're going to do is they're going to try to just have sex with them and get off of them. That makes sense. They don't want to have a long-term relationship with them. They don't want to have to do much with them. But they know that for a guy to have a girl to give them some run, even though they could be like butt ugly, they may not even like them like that, but if they can get a little bit of run with them and they know that they can, guys tend to try to utilize that to show two things. One, that, well, I can actually bag her, and B, I can actually tell my boys that I bagged her. What does that mean? That I could get her, good, bad, or indifferent, but I could also say that, well, I'm good with women because I was able to get her and her and her and her and her, even though I don't want to be with any of them because they're not in my physical wheelhouse. How many times have you seen a bunch of dudes who are with women who will be like, it doesn't seem like that would be their type. You don't know what their type is, but it doesn't seem like it will be their type. But they're just there. Or that guy's around 3, 4, 5 different women, and they're all different types, and he ain't dating not one of them. Him being around a bunch of women, what that is that it's a quasi bragging rights that I'm able to be around these women where most other guys are not able to be around these women for good, bad, or indifferent. But the better physically attracted those women are who is in his space, guess what happens? They're more easier to look at from a guy's point of view, be like, look, I may not want to be with her. She may not be my physical wheelhouse. She may be too plastic, meaning that too much of a boob job, too much of a butt job, too much makeup, all that stuff. Maybe I want something a little bit more plain, but I'm able to get the ones that I'm able to pull that one because other people may like her, and I'm able to bag because she kind of likes me.
It's like, you attract bimbos, but you want the library girl.
Right, exactly. But and a lot of guys, but a guy won't. A guy will most likely not turn a girl down until they know with a little bit of certainty that it's not. They're not gonna turn her down initially. They'll be like, well, she may not. Here's the difference between guys and girls. Guy would say, Well, she may not necessarily be in my physical wheelhouse, but let me give her some run to see what she's really about. Because even though she may not be what they would consider a 10, a guy would be like, well, if she's physically around like the 7, 8 range, but every other thing kind of clicks, they'll work with it.
Now, here's the question.
I was going to ask a question too,
But go.
Who's more forgiving when it comes to...
No, that's a good question.
No, that's a good
You
question.
don't ask a good question.
No, who's more forgiving when it comes to the matters of just facial features? Right. Now, I'm going to get my pick. I'm going to get my pick.
Wow.
Who's more forgiving? Go ahead.
Strictly
Keep going.
Yeah, strictly talking about facial looks.
Yep.
We're not talking about the body. We're not talking about that.
No, I got you. Go ahead. Keep talking.
I would say that generally men are more forgiving when it comes to the facial looks of a woman because there's the rest of it. As to where with the guy, I would say women are a little more critical about his face, considering that that's what they're going to be looking at most of the time.
No. I got an answer for that. I got an answer for that.
I like that.
But go ahead. Answer the question first. That's a very legit question.
So,
who's more forgiving in that regard as far as
I would
like
say-
looks? Is guys more forgiving?
Just the face, though. Just the face.
I would say it's more of guys.
Yes, they are more forgiving.
More forgiving.
But why are they more forgiving?
Because sometimes, and this was going to be the question I was going to throw in,
We're gonna.
and it leads to what you just said. I think for guys, because for us, our character gets challenged a lot to the point that, okay, maybe, just maybe, if my look doesn't look the same on my face, then I can change my appearance on that. So they'll go out and say, maybe I gotta go get a fresh new cut, or maybe I gotta go get me a facial, or maybe just in generally, I just need to, change my look in generally. So they'll go out, buy these expensive little stuff, buy these expensive little jewelry and stuff, just to have the ethnic of the features on their face. So sometimes guys will get their character challenge on that, and then they'll be like, you know what? Maybe I ain't. But now I just got my feelings for that.
Go to my answer. The reason why guys are more forgiving: air and opportunity.
I was gonna say that next.
Air. No. I'm gonna, you know me. I'm gonna keep it clean for the kids in the back. Air and opportunity. Guys don't like passing up on opportunities because they know that most guys don't have that many opportunities at women. That makes sense. There's certain guys who get the pick of the litter, of course, but 80% of the guys don't have hundreds and 200 and 300 women, that many opportunities to be with that many women.
Well, here's the thing. For me, for example, I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but I consider myself handsome. That's just me chipping my own shoulder. But I don't have a bunch of women, chasing around with me. But I have great conversations with them all the time. So they like what I do, or they like, let me rephrase it. They don't like what I do, they like who I am, because, it's not just a charming person, I know I'm not afraid to have and indulge in a conversation when it comes to
Now,
women.
let me be honest with you. Let me be honest, and this is a pure honest thing. The reason why you have that, and guys get that in general, and that's not just a you thing, that's probably all of us, is because to a degree, that woman, in some sort of capacity, is attracted to you in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Now, is it in a grand scale, like, oh, well, I could date her? It may not be to that degree.
I would.
But they are attracted to you enough to even give you opportunity, give you that type run to have those type conversations.
I would definitely agree with that. I would say that every woman on this planet can find something attractive about you, even if it's just one thing. Because there's no such thing as a woman who finds you entirely repulsive.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain people who they're women. They do like, nah, I ain't going near them. I ain't touching. There's certain ones they
I'm
know
talking
you
about the
get
general
that too.
populace.
That's both sides.
But 80% of the people have that. You're right.
Like perfect example, we're talking about Paul here. Say that she doesn't like his more brawny build, right? And she doesn't find him attractive, but she loves his eyes. And she'd be willing to admit that. right? I didn't say it.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't be gassing this man up. Give this man
But my
petrol
point
like
is,
that.
is that everybody has something.
He's bumping me up.
What?
My point is that everyone has something attractive about them.
Correct.
Everyone, from physical to even attitude, even the most unlikely of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, typically, that one thing isn't enough to spark a relationship, but it may get you a compliment.
No, but it doesn't give you opportunity.
Opportunity.
Which
It creates
goes
you
back.
an
It goes back to my answer I just said. Guys are more forgiving because guys don't get those opportunities. Well, as a woman, they will always get opportunity, and the reason why, because even the woman that you may think that, well, that woman is like, oh, ugly, oh, but I'll tell you what, there is dudes, plural, who will try to be with her because guys are looking for the opportunity. Women, all they have to do is wait for that opportunity to happen.
You know what sparked this? You know what sparked this question?
But it's a good question, by the way.
A damn good question.
Scary movie 2.
All right, bet.
Now, let me talk.
All right.
Let me.
All right, wait a minute. Let me rephrase. Scary movie. Scary
I'm
movie.
pretty sure.
Wait. Scary
Is this
movie.
the one where
too?
they was at the mansion?
Yes.
The part two?
Yeah, the one with
Scary
the one with
movie.
the one with Damon Wayans and all them. Scary movie. That one.
The one with the bird that was talking smack.
I'm trying to refresh my.
His son? That was Dance.
Was that Marlon or what?
That was Marlon and Sean.
Marlon and
With
Sean.
the basketball.
Yeah. Okay. I like to get my movie together. Okay.
The
Got it.
reason I bring this up, it's played off as a joke, but I think genuinely.
Is this the one with the wait? Let me get this. This is the one
That
with
one I gotta
no,
watch.
wait. This is the one with Carmen Electra. Or was that part one? What was on two? Two was with the
Two was the one that was sitting at the dinner table with the
Two
pie.
was with the girl from American Pie. All right,
And the guy,
I got it. I'm
the
good.
guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, I got it. I'm good. That's that makes
strong
sense.
hand.
Yeah. I got it. This one here, boy.
But
Pause.
My turn.
Pause.
My turn.
now hold on.
Pause.
This is going somewhere.
I know it is, but
This
go
is
ahead.
going somewhere.
This is a really good.
Damn, Victor, that was.
He's taking a really good turn. Go
Keep your
ahead.
hands and feet inside the ride. I got somewhere to be.
I know. Keep going.
All right. I bring that movie up because there's a scene that's played off as a joke, right? Where I forget his name, but he was a dude with the afro. He was kind of the guy that smoked weed.
That was Marlon.
Marlon,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a scene in the movie where Marlon is attacked by that ugly ghost woman, right? And it plays off. He's terrified, but no. It then cuts to them doing the deed, but he's got a bag over her head.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
That's why I brought this up, because I thought of that, and that's why I was like, I mean, let's face it, her face, she was supposed to be ugly. His solution, put a bag over it.
Right, because again, that goes to what I just said.
That's why I
He's
asked.
not passing up the opportunity.
But do you see-
because those opportunities don't come every day.
But do you see what I'm talking about?
Let me elaborate on that. So
I
get
know
what
it
you're
was a
saying.
joke.
No, but you're dead
that's
right.
That's a good point.
You're dead right. That's a good example.
And I know this is supposed to be PG.
Yes,
but-
that's taste straight.
But I'm gonna keep it tall. Those are the best ones sometimes.
Well, it's not even that.
Not even that, but
Okay.
I've been with somebody who
Is there a ghost in these walls?
I'm gonna just say it like this.
Got him.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Got him.
She was not a ghost in them sheets. I'm gonna just keep it like
Got
that.
him.
I'll tell you like that. But what you're saying is not right. I mean, not wrong, because even though she was butt ugly, he's still engaged in that motion.
Right, but see,
Which, a question I'm gonna ask you. Do you, and this is a realistic question, do you think
he asked a real question.
that was, yeah, do you think guys' egos get in the way of pleasure?
Guys, no, it's not the fact that their ego gets in the way of it. It's the fact of
Isn't it?
every guy. If you said, if a woman came up to
That
you,
ties in with you.
no, if a woman came up to you and says, "Let's go to the bedroom right now," unless you got some extremely good willpower, or you're completely unattracted to them. I mean, completely unattracted to them.
Which is rare.
You're not telling them no. Why? Because of opportunity.
And that's how the IRS
And that doesn't
gets you.
mean that girl's a 10. That girl could be a 2 in your mind and physically, but she's giving you run. So a lot of guys will give that girl some run just because she said, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do this.
Well, I got a movie scene.
But see, that's the thing about opportunity.
Yeah.
Is that girls, because they get the opportunities every day, there is not a time when a woman could walk around and not get an opportunity to look at a guy, talk to a guy, whatever that may be. Not the fact that guys don't have that opportunity, is that guys get blocked out of that all the time because of the physical attraction, because of the allure, because of what women are looking at. See, what women look for now is not just the physical attraction. Like I said, from the jump, women are more attracted to what the clothes is and what the allure is versus what the person is. That person could be like, because that's why you see a lot of these, well, this dude like don't really look all that well. And he's with some girl who's like curvy, all that. So why? It's because it's not the fact that she likes him. She just likes the allure of what he got on. She's not attracted to guys. She's attracted to Carl Kanai. She's attracted to Steve Madden. She's attracted to, she's attracted to the name brand. She ain't attracted to the name.
She liked the fit, not you.
Well, here, let's talk about that, because you just said something very important about appearance-wise. Do you think certain, on both sides, if they, not say they dress, but they like dress better, but if they keep their attire up, that gets them perfectly action run like that?
Yes, of course, because it's because like I said, women are attracted to what you look like, and part of that is what you got on. Now, I'm not saying that you could go out there bummy and still pull. No, what I'm saying is that you got to be mindful of what they're looking for.
Okay.
What did I mean by that? If they are more attracted to the car, the luxury, what you got on, versus you as a person, then that's the problem. They don't want you as a person, because here's what would happen. Yeah, you may be able to be with her for a small period of time, but you got her on a rental.
I mean, listen.
You got. Let me finish this. You got her on a rental. What do I mean by a rental? Kids in the back. Let's talk. Can we talk rental? Can we talk rental?
It's sad, but it's
Can we talk about rental properties? Yeah, you were able to get her in your space, but you're not getting her in your space on the strength of you. You're getting her on the space, and because of the stuff that you got
Did you
on
see that
you
movie,
all
Think Like
around
a
you.
Man?
Kind of, yeah, I've seen that, but
you know that part where he was with the Porsche, and then after she saw him without the Porsche, he had the Honda.
Right. Because like I said, you're attracted to the product. But here's what I mean by that is you're renting it, because once that stuff goes away, you will know if she's really there for you or not. That's the problem. And that's the problem that you have, because you don't know, because when it goes away, because again, people who got it may not always have it. People may just have it for a temporary period of time, and then something may happen in their life, unfortunately, that causes them to lose some of their money, some of their stock.
When that happens, why do women always seem to float away on that one?
Because they wasn't attracted to the person. They was attracted to Steve Madden.
Yeah.
They're attracted to Carl Kanai. They're attracted to FUBU. They're attracted to They're attracted to Nike.
Hey,
I'll
still rock FUBU.
No, I'm just using. They're attracted to the name brand. Yeah. They're attracted to Kate Spade. They're attracted to that stuff. They're not attracted to you as a person. Insert your name here.
Yeah, they're not rocking.
The problem is that they're attracted. Yeah, they're not rocking you. They're rocking that. But see, the ones who are,
is that Reebok?
Yeah, exactly. What's your name? Your name is Does. But what I say is that I say that to say this. Now I'll let you jump in.
Okay.
This is where a lot of girls get it wrong, and this is where a lot of guys get this aspect of relationships wrong. Because if you really start diving into who the person really is, you'll come to find out that you may have been sitting in front of a good person the whole way through, but you're looking for the wrong things. You also will find out is, from a guy's point of view, you may be like, ooh, yeah, this girl may look physically great, but is she really here for me, or is she really here for the material stuff that is?
So what do you mean
That's
by
why.
that context?
That's why when guys ask the question, "What do you bring to the table?" You're talking. You know, when guys ask, "What do you bring to the table?" and girls look at, "Well, what type of money do you have?" In this era, we try to make it transactional, where it's not about, where it shouldn't be transactional. It should be, what are your life goals? What are your ambitions? What drives you? What motivates you? What's, you know, that's the type of questions y'all really should be asking each other, because if you have that,
Yeah,
all the
short-term
material,
goals,
all the
long-term.
material stuff will come. The problem is that people want that material stuff first because they're not attracted to you. They just want to see that, well, can I take advantage of him for a period of time in order to leapfrog to somebody else who I really want? I really want the thug. Excuse me. I really want the thug. But the thug is in jail right now.
So I said,
But so you're giving me a little bit of run. I'm cool, but you give me some. You got some resources.
That's why it's funny.
You got some resources. You can do a little something, something. But it's more. But I'm not
EBT
really,
is not resources.
no, but I'm not. No, I'm not physically attracted. I may not be 100% physically attracted
better
to you.
today if they want it.
Yeah, I may not be physically attracted to you. But I'm attracted to what you could do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But when people start getting to, I really like this person for who they are, not just because of what they do, that's when relationships change. The people who've been in marriages for a long period of time will tell you that it was well beyond the money. It was because this person was a genuine person.
It's like, listen, your lyrics are trash, but I love your rhyming.
Exactly. You know, the lyrics can be trash just because you could like dress it up. You could be insert mumble rapper here. You know, blue face. You know, speak. You know, and here's the thing: the reason why people are like haters to a degree in the music industry is literally because of that. Because you got a big spectrum of people. You got somebody like a Drake who could be like, well, ladies love him, he's physically attractive, yada yada yada.
Well, let's
you got
say
his
this.
girls, all that. And then you got somebody like Kendrick Lamar,
But I would say
who is married for a long period of time. Opposite end of the spectrum.
I would say an example of what you're talking about, because we're talking about rapping a little bit, was Notorious Biggie.
Yep.
Smalls, right?
Yep.
Really good lyricist, you know, iconic rap music. But I mean, he was big.
They didn't call him Biggie for nothing.
But I mean, on the physical aspect, he's not someone most people would consider physically attractive. But he certainly did get it.
So let's take that aspect. So you say that, but he was married. They definitely.
Now, real quick,
Now-
we're not disgracing.
No. First of all, much love and respect to Notorious Big. Rest in power, of course. First and foremost. Secondly, this is no disparity. This is actually a very good thing that you brought him up. Certain people were around Biggie because of his talent and what he could do for people. But what a lot of women who really got into a circle really found out was he's actually a really good dude at heart, and he actually looked out for a lot of his people. That's why he was able to be married to Faith Evans. Faith Evans in her heyday was a 9 or a 10 to a lot of different people in the industry. A lot of people wanted to get her. I'll give you another name. He did have Little Kim quietly. Little Kim at the time was the hood chick that every guy in the hood wanted to be with. He had her. And you think like, well, how did this big 300+ pound dude get this little tiny tot Little Kim? Because it was bigger than just his talent and skill and money. He had heart, and Kim, as well as Faith, will tell you, for a long period of time before he kind of lost his way a little bit, they liked who he was as a person. And they had some sort of semblance of physical attraction to him, which put them in his circle. It was beyond.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So don't act like when y'all see Faith Evans back in the day, and part of the reason why the beef between between Biggie and Tupac happened was because of Faith.
Faith.
It was because of her. She was one of the ones that everybody wanted to be with. Tupac wanted her. Biggie had her. Tupac wanted her.
In the interview when she wants her, she said she messed with bad dudes.
Yeah, but that was the problem. She had a good dude.
I knew you.
And then wanted the bad. You know, she had a semi-bad dude, but wanted the bad dude in Tupac.
It's like Jada Pinkett.
But just like a lot of them, they can't get over it because they were always, like I said, a lot of women want the thug, but they want the thug to be the good guy. But when they become the good guy, they really don't like who
That's
they are.
That's an oxymoron.
No, but that's so. Think about Tupac. Thug life, right? But what was the trajectory of Tupac before everything happened? He was at the apex of hip hop. He was in movies, so he was at the apex of movies. So he was already in a buttload of movies before everything happened. He was changing his life to get out of that world. The only problem is the streets wasn't going to let him get completely out. But see, women like that stuff too. Big, believe it or not, opposite end of the spectrum, same thing. He was in the streets. He was with them thugs and stuff too. Same thing like Jay-Z. Why do you think Jay-Z was able to get Beyonce? That's not accidental. It's not y'all think it's accidental. And everybody's like, well, Beyonce could have chose any person in this world, but chose Jay-Z. He don't really look all that great. He ain't no Tyson Beckford or anything like that. She still chose him. She still could have said no.
See, you said something very important. You said a very special word that most people seem to struggle to comprehend. Yeah. Chose. You checking again?
Go ahead, keep going.
Are they going to steal those eyelashes?
No. No, I'll second two things, but go ahead.
But chose. I mean, that's what it's all really boils down to. What people choose, right? Because I mean, you could feasibly have everything going on, but at the end of the day, if you're not their choice, you're not their choice.
Right.
And on top of that, you know, you don't choose them, you don't choose them. I mean, in the end, what is love but what you choose to dedicate yourself to? That's what it is. I mean, love really isn't a feeling. It's not emotion. It's not chemicals in your brain or whatever. It's a choice. It's what you choose to do. It's what you choose to dedicate yourself to. And I think the problem is when people say the phrase, well, we fell out of love, no, you just didn't want to do it anymore.
Right. You're choosing not to love.
You know, you're like, well, you know, we lost that spark or anything. It's like, well, you know, here's the thing.
I answered that part of the question.
You know, here's the thing. A spark is just a spark. It's just that. It's not supposed to be what drives a situation. Basically, it's like a fire. You know, it has to be fed kindle. And if both people aren't feeding the kindle, don't be surprised when it dies out. But you have to choose to want to feed the fire. Again, it all boils down to choice. You have to choose to want to be there. You know, it's like, listen, there are days where I do not like you, but every day I choose to love you.
Right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. Here's the thing about that spark. I'm gonna jump on that real quick.
I regret saying that because
No. But you made a good point. But here's the thing about spark. Spark is just code word for physical attraction. That's all that means. People want to dress it up to make it seem like it's something different. No, it's not. I am not physically attracted to you at this juncture in time. Well, this is where a lot of people get in trouble because, again, when you choose somebody, you're going to have to love them, especially if you're going to be with them for the long term, even when the physical kind of goes away.
I mean,
this is why you got to have the other things to support that physical attraction behind it.
It's like, listen, I mean, inevitably, physical attraction for anyone, relationship or not, is going to fall away.
Yep.
Of age.
Age will do that.
Right. You know, and it's understandable. Say, you know, a couple is in their mid-60s, early 70s. Yeah, they're not going to look like how they did when they first met, say, when they were in their 20s. Right? So that's natural. But it's more concerning, say, when they're feeling that way in their mid-30s. Right? When they're still relatively really young. If anything, they're at full maturity, I would say. But if anything, that typically happens because people get this idea, well, and this is just for a marriage, I'm not talking about just boyfriend, girlfriend, but for marriage, you know, okay, I'm married, I'm locked in, I'm gonna let myself go a little bit, which is the worst thing you can do, and letting oneself go is not loving your partner, right? Because anytime you let go of something that they can hold on to, they got less of a grip on the relationship. And that includes physical or attitude or anything. You know, I hate it in media where it depicts couples of like, you know, we only really try to look good when we're trying to find a partner. And after we get married, we let ourselves go because, well, we're married. No. If anything, when you are married, that's when you should be working your hardest to look your best.
But see, that's where a lot of people get wrong because, again, people are, here's the thing about that, you made a good point, and I'm going to jump on that, for the kids in the back. You're more attracted to the chase than you are the person. Here's what I mean. You put your, no. You like chasing. A lot of people like the excitement of, well, I'm doing something, I'm chasing, it's exciting, it's new. Versus, once you get to the destination, then it's like, well, I got the prize. Here's what I mean by that. Let me try to clarify that to make sure it makes sense. There's a difference between goal setting and lifestyle setting. There's a difference between goal setting and lifestyle setting. I'll put that in terms for relationships so people to understand. So when people, the goal is, and the guys will say, well, the goal is to try to get the girl in bed. That's the goal. That's what a lot of people get in their head. This is the goal. But what happens once you get the goal? The goal is you already got it. So you already got the prize. You got the ding 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 ding. You got the trophy. Cool. First place trophy for you.
How long can you keep it?
You look at the trophy. Cool. I got the trophy for a period of time, but that trophy gets old. I only got one of those trophies. I need to set another goal. So the goal is, maybe I don't want to do this goal anymore. I already achieved this one. Now I want a secondary goal. I want another trophy to hang up to go with this award. I want one award. I want two awards. I want 4 or 5. I want to be Tom Brady. I need 7 of the fans. I'm trying to get 6 rings without going to game 7. Shout out to Jordan. I say that in a relationship because that's how people think, because they set goals and not set it based upon lifestyle. If your lifestyle is, I want to be married, that's not a goal, that is a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, it's, what do you want? So if you want just bedroom activity, then you're going to come up short, in terms of satisfaction. However, if the real goal is till death do us part.
It's, what I mean by goal setting, because when people say goals, it's like I've seen a lot of people, in the store, and I see, especially women especially, they have these little vision boards, right?
I don't get that.
So they put all these ideas of what they want to do in their life.
Just do it.
Goal. My goal is to be a great YouTuber. My goal is to have this. My goal is to have fitness. Goal, 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 goal.
Is this sucker?
Two things is wrong with that goal. One, you're not putting an action plan behind those goals that you want. B, everything that you're looking for has nothing to do with lifestyle. You're just saying, I want a goal to be this. But what happens once you get there? Then you're going to let yourself go because you already achieved the goal. So once you get to the goal of, I got the guy, then girls say, well, I got the guy. Not going to let myself go because I got what I needed. Versus, I want marriage to be a lifestyle. So that means that you're always going to be building and doing everything to make the relationship work because it's your lifestyle. It's a difference. Yeah. And that's where people get wrong.
I would say, once the marriage happens, that's when the real relationship begins.
And then, too, that's how certain communications fall apart.
Right, because the goal is there. If the goal is to get the dude who got the money, like, yeah, I got the dude who got the money. But you're not understanding that you was a goal to him just like he was a goal to you. Guess what? You're there, but now you're a rental. Because now that I got my little gold medal for you, I want to get a gold medal for her too. I want to get her gold medal too. And so you got these guys who got a laundry list of women that they have on their roster. They have a whole bunch of gold medals sitting on their wall, right? And other guys are going to look at that. It's like, look, you were able to be with this person, this person, this person, this person. You see this on social media. Take a look at Twitch from time to time when you see like DDG and some of these other boys, Plaque Boy, Maximum, and they have this roster of women that they go through. And you're like, dang, well, how are they able to pull this one, this one, and this one? And a lot of these people who are not in that world are looking at, well, my goal is to be where they are to be able to get access to them. But they are just using this as, let me put this one on the shelf. Let me put this one on the shelf. Let me put this one on the shelf. Not knowing that what a guy would really want is to have something that's long-term relationship-wise to be like, look, this is the person I really want to be with for the rest of my life, my lifestyle.
Well, because everyone, and I do mean everyone, even if some are not willing to admit it, everyone wants someone to be there with them in the end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone. Even the most frivolous, terrible attitude, loner type people, everybody wants someone to be there with them in the end. I mean, let's face it, fun is fun, but fun is not life.
Right.
Exactly. And then it's like you want to wake up to something beautiful every morning.
Well,
regardless of whatever the outcome could be. But I think what a lot of people make mistakes on is it's like once it's there, and you made a good point, once it's there, what are you doing to keep it?
And people got to figure out, is this really what you want?
One, yeah.
For one. B, if this is the objective, what steps are you putting in place to make this happen?
And I can admit this, and I'm a man for this, and that's one of the mistakes I made in my marriage is like, the physical attraction was there between both of us. And now I'm just learning what you just said too, which makes a good point to that. We both had different set goals. Now, to a degree, at any point of view, at any little tantrum of any little disagreement, we was always good to come together to try to work things like financial or anything else out. Like we can literally have $2 sitting on the table, but we still can eat off that $2 regardless of anything else happening. But I think the real question is how does life go on, and who is going to be there with you to the end? And sometimes it happens and sometimes it don't. But then, you wake up in your 40s or 50s, sitting in your room by yourself, and then just hoping for opportunity.
Stop.
On that.
Hoping for opportunity.
No. I use that for example.
You said that. It's a perfectly good point, because you could be 30 hoping that, well, I hope that I get a chance to talk to a girl. I hope that this girl will give me a little bit of opportunity so I can have a chance to really express. Goes back to what I just said a few minutes ago. What steps are you taking to put yourself in position for this to happen? If you want to be in a relationship, part of that is you got to put yourself in positions to be there. So that means that
because every step matters.
No. You got to be working on yourself, not just physically what that looks like, emotionally, work-wise. Making sure that everything is kind of put together so you are a good product for somebody to work with. That's one. You gotta have the personality and all that stuff to boot, because again, I don't care how much money you have, if you have a trash personality, it doesn't work.
Wait, say that one more time for the kids.
It doesn't matter what you look like if you have a trash personality, a trash work ethic, a trash outlook on life, with no drive, no ambition, no motivation. It's not going to work. People are not attracted to that. Other things, that's why I said you got to build within yourself to put yourself in positions. And then once you are in position, you got to be willing to take risks. Goes back into part 3, like I tell y'all, risk reward. Once you got all that kind of put together, then you got to be willing to, am I willing to risk it? Am I willing to make this a lifestyle? Am I willing to put in the work and risk what I need to do in order to make it happen.
And that doesn't go necessarily go with just in relationship.
That goes in
with
everything, but that especially goes in relationship because people don't think that relationship doesn't have its inherent risk. It does. Everything has an inherent risk to it.
Love doesn't cost a thing.
No, it doesn't cost a thing, but it has risk because you're risking your lifestyle, your time, your effort, your energy. Yes, your money is involved in that too. All of that is at play when you're investing into people. But you gotta be willing to take chances. And sometimes for a lot of guys, what does that mean? Sometimes you're gonna get told no. And it's okay.
No.
No. You're gonna get told, nah, you're not my type. What? That happens, and it's okay because a lot of guys.
Now I want to sing that song.
Ain't my type, but
But then you go back to the old school. Ain't my type, but
No, but see, yeah, but no,
Yeah.
but I want you to understand that you will get that all the time. Certain people will be like,
Hell.
well, we're cool, but nah. It's okay.
But then, okay.
But you need to hear.
When that happens, okay. Here goes the point. Here goes the question. Because I've seen this happen. It's happened to me, and it worked in the point of view. When, like, say for in general, like for females wise, when a dude or anything in general, when they get rejected right there, and then down the line, when that guy or girl resurface who they are, and they see that, now do they just like, okay, maybe that no could flip to yes now? Because I see the change in that person's character.
Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe that no is meant to be a no for a reason.
But then, and then when that person finally says that yes, and that person who got said no to looks back at them and says, oh no, I'm good now, because back then, whoop, damn, now I'm going to somebody down back then, you didn't want me,
They didn't blame.
but now I'm hot. You all over me now.
Well, yeah, because they're not on you. You gotta remember, are they on you? Now, that's a good point. Back then, they didn't want you. Now, hot girls all on me.
I love that
First of all, shout out to Mike
Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
But that's made a good point. But here's the problem: are they on you because of you? Or are they on you because of what you have or your status that you have? Because if they were really down with you for who you are, they would have been willing to work in the trenches when you didn't have it just yet, and be able to build it with you.
And see, I think a lot of things, especially with females, when they make, and you know, I can't criticize on what people like, you know, because hey, you like the bad boys, hey, that's what you're attracted to.
Right.
But they're bad to you.
Exactly. But then don't sit here and say that, oh well, this guy is not a bad boy, you know, he ain't about that life. You don't know that. He don't have to necessarily be a bad boy, but at the same time, he can hold his own. And that's where most people make mistakes on.
Yeah, you've seen the movie Nobody.
No, but yeah,
That's a
I
damn
get
good
that.
movie.
Yeah.
That's my movie.
Yeah,
I
but see,
can't wait for part 2 to come out. But I say that because you see this happen all the time. Yeah. Don't.
He's doing it.
I can't get it out now.
He's doing the thriller dance.
No, but what I'm saying is because don't.
I'm saying.
Oh, but what I'm saying is this, and I'm
You got your cat eyes.
Let him go. Let him go. I'm trying to mess up his thought. Go. Let him go. Let him go.
That's good. No, because what I'm saying, because I've been in this situation, and Cam, I think you've been in this situation too, when our character get challenged on that, and then when they see the flip side of us, they don't like it now that, you know, they scared of us because...
Can I be transparent and honest with y'all? So, in my dating history, there's been a couple of people who gave me a no, which I thought for sure, in the grand scheme of things, should have been a yes, and we should have worked. But I got a no. Mm-hmm. But here's the reason why that kind of worked in the overall grand scheme of things. Just because I may have wanted it, and maybe that person may have wanted it to a degree, maybe we would have been bad for each other, and it would have been worse, even though we may have tried to force that to happen. So I needed to hear that no, even though it hurt real bad at that time. But that no actually allowed me to build and become a better person.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Uh-huh.
So, is it bad when, if a female tells you no, is it bad for a guy to ask that person, like, okay, so you're telling me no, so can you give me, not only the reason why, can you give me like a answer why no?
Can you
So
give
Can
me
that
I answer?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I
Give me
answer
the
that?
Carfax.
Can I answer
Yeah.
that question? No. Can I answer that question with the question?
Yeah,
Would you really want to know that answer?
yeah.
No, you don't.
I mean,
No, you don't.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because here's what I'm gonna tell you. Here's what I'm gonna tell you why you don't want to know that answer. Because if you knew that it was something, no. I know you're stupid.
Okay. Let me switch.
Because, no. I'm gonna ask you a question
Go
though.
for it.
If you ask the question, well, why don't you want to be with me?
It doesn't even have to even go in that.
No,
in that
because
category.
that's what you're asking.
But I get what you're saying.
You're asking. You're literally asking. Well, why can't we be with each other?
Yeah.
You know, you look good, I look good. You got some bread, I got some bread. Why can't we be with each other? And it may be something like, well, I'm not really physically attracted to you like that. Do you really want to hear that answer? Because what's going to do is make it hurt more. Now, here's what happens when you do hear the answer. Because a lot of times people will get the answer that they want, that they hear. Like, look, I'm not attracted to you because you wear glasses. And so, you know what you're going to try to do? You're going to do everything that you can to correct that answer, not knowing that you didn't have to make all those wholesale changes just because that one person said, this is what you need to change. What do I mean? Because no,
You'll be in the Steve Urkel stage, and then
there is certain,
when that Stefan comes out.
There are certain things that you do need to hear, that you do need to change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you may need to hear that, well, you don't communicate with me effectively. That's something that you probably do need to kind of realize and change. But something like minuscule, like, well, I may not like a person who like wears glasses. And so what you'll do, put up the money to get LASIK and all this stuff just to try to change for her?
I ain't gonna do all that.
No, but that's what people do. No, because if you told a female, well,
No.
no.
Don't go there.
Shut up.
That's
Shut
what
up.
you slapped.
Nah. Kids in the back. Kids in the back.
Go for it.
You can tell a female, like, this is the reason why we are not together, or reason why I'm not attracted to you, because. And you know what that female's going to do? It's going to change that aspect of their life just to try to match up to what you want.
And the worst part is she just closes herself off to possibly a different guy.
Right, because sometimes some guys and girls cannot validate a person's ego.
But in certain aspects, that change may need to be good. That change may need to happen. So here's what I say about that. There's certain changes that you're like, look, maybe you're terrible with money, and you need to fix how you handle and approach money. That may not constitute us being back with each other, but that will help you in the long term. Because that's a general thing that most people will want you to be good with money. There are certain things that you cannot change. You may think that, well, I want this girl because she's like a dime-looking Filipina. But that Filipina may not like black people.
So you want to tell us?
No. I'm just using an example. Maybe a dime Filipina, and that Filipina may not like black people. But you don't want to hear that. Well, I'm not attracted to you. Yeah, but you don't want to hear that. Now you may hear it, and it may hurt you. You be like, "Damn, she really don't like black people." Like,
There's
no,
nothing you can do about
it's not the
that.
fact that she doesn't like black people. She's just
color?
not. No. She's just not attracted to black men like that. And sometimes you have to be okay with that, because there's certain people that's just who they are.
And you know what? That's valid.
And that's
nothing wrong with that.
No,
And
but here's the thing. But you can't change that.
Yeah.
But here's some people would hear that, oh, does that mean you're racist? No, that's a valid thing.
No,
That's
it's
a
a valid.
valid-
No,
that's a valid
it's
thing.
what you're
And there's
attracted
nothing wrong
to.
with that.
Yeah. There is black men who likes white women.
I know,
There
white
is black
chicks.
women who likes Asian men. This is what it is. Yeah, we got the white chicks part.
No,
but what I'm saying
thinking
is,
about the movie Money Talk with Chris Tucker when he, how the hell he get a black woman
Look
like
at
that,
that.
taking all our sisters.
Yeah.
But
No, the big Damone.
Big Damone. He can't sing. Only reason why she's married because he got money. But no, that's
But
But
what am I saying? That is a uncontrollable, and you would be hurt to your core if somebody said it. And you know what you would do? Well, I don't know. No.
She said I wasn't cute enough.
No. What you would
It's
say?
okay, baby.
No. You would run and go tell your mom or somebody in your family that. And you know what they're gonna tell you? Like a lot of black families will tell you. I'm gonna just talk for the black families right now. No. I'm talking to all the black families. Well, you need to go find yourself a black woman and keep it moving. That's what they will tell you, not knowing
Why?
that. No, that's how they tell it in the community. But what you should be like, I don't want to limit myself to just this. I may be attracted to white women. I may be attracted to Latina women. I may be attracted
the black community
to.
don't like seeing.
They don't like.
No, that's not just
no
the black
communities
community. No
like
community
that.
don't like to see their own people
But
dead outside
if
their
that's
race.
what you're attracted to, that's what you're attracted to.
It's stupid, but that's the truth.
Because it's just like that. That's how we were culturally raised. That's a different conversation. We don't have enough time to go down that right now.
We didn't even do an intro. Damn.
We didn't. But what I'm saying is that those are things that you can't control. And when you're talking about, why is it that we're not with each other? Sometimes you do need to know. Because sometimes the answer could be really frivolous. And it may just be on them. And sometimes, even if it's a frivolous answer is, I don't really know.
We would circle back around.
I don't really know. It's not you, it's me. Cool. All that means is that, let's go back to the very beginning. I'm not physically attracted to you enough to really invest into you heavy enough to make this a relationship. And it's okay. And the reason why is because if they start telling you things like that, you got to be willing to say, like, cool, yeah, it may break my heart, but I have to be willing to step away and go because that person may be the thing that may be the person that holds you back. That may be the person who restricts you. That may be the person who is ultimately blocking your blessing from someone or something or some scenario that you need to be in, and they may be the one hindering. Hand in the sky, because he's in class. Go ahead.
I haven't done that in years. But I think basically what we're really getting down to here is that with Valentine's Day coming up, a lot of people on that day choose that day to express their feelings to someone that they are hoping to become romantic with, right? But I think what the thing in society is that naturally in society, probably all around the world, people are afraid of rejection. But as weird as this may sound, rejection needs to be more accepted. Because rejection isn't necessarily wrong or bad, it's just a part of life. But it's been so villainized that people are deathly afraid of it. And that they think that when you're rejected, it's the end of the world. Where in reality, it's just rejection. You move on. But it doesn't help that media, social media, practically everything just vilifies rejection as this horrible thing. And the worst part is that the one who rejects you is painted sometimes as this villain or this harsh person or whatever. When no, they're a person, and rejection for most of the time is valid. Even if it's only physical. Physical is important.
Exactly.
It's important. It's a completely valid reason for rejection. Just like attitude. It's like, yeah, she's great, but she treated the waiter like trash. I ain't rolling with that.
And I'm gonna
Damn,
add,
you just said it good. That's a good point right
now,
there.
I'm gonna add another thing. We're not saying that money isn't important, but it's not the buy-all and end-all to the relationship. Because when you factor all those things in, yes, when you factor all those things in, it's not just one aspect that y'all should be looking at. You need to look at it in its entirety.
Because you just said something very important. You just answered like something very important. I like you, yes, but I don't like the way how you behave towards that that little kid who was just trying to ask
No, you may not.
Yeah.
You may not know how to maneuver in spaces
Yeah.
right. There's certain people that
And
you
I've
cannot.
seen that happen.
No. There's certain people that you cannot take to certain venues and places because they don't know. They don't know how to handle themselves. You can't take them out to a fancy dinner because they don't know how to eat.
Or you can't take a white girl to a
I didn't say no. I didn't say that had nothing to do with race.
You said
That
that.
had nothing to do with race. That's your own self. Talk to the white women and let them know that you apologize. That wasn't a race. That wasn't a race conversation.
What's green?
Exactly. I didn't say that. What I'm saying, I didn't say it. I'm gonna let y'all get on that. Y'all get them because they said
We're
it.
not
I
saying
said
that some big thing. I was just trying to be funny.
But
But
they all said-
on the real, what I'm saying is that you don't.
Wait, I'm sorry. That was funny, Victor. He said this. What a grease.
Is it like a salad?
Exactly. Stupid. You stupid.
Oh,
Stupid.
We apologize. We apologize. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Go ahead, Cam.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Not a salad. What is sweet potato?
Choose based upon the entirety of the situation. And guess what? Some of that has to do with, and we talked about this before, some of this has to do with potential. Because just because they are not a finished product, that doesn't mean that they could potentially be a lot better. So that's where the risk comes into play too.
I also I want to comment on this, right? Because you see this sometimes, again, in just media in general, this phrase of, I can fix them. No. Just no. I don't, anyone who needs fixing should not be even looking for a relationship. That's the last thing they need. When it comes to fixing, you gotta fix yourself before you can get with another person. Because if you get in a relationship with a person and you need fixing of any kind, emotional baggage or whatnot, that's gonna be more of a drain on the partner, and it's gonna put a real strain on the relationship. It's not gonna make it stronger or last. It's gonna make it brittle.
I got something for you. Follow me for a second.
I like when he says backwards. That's what you do.
So what's the difference between trying to fix somebody and you trying to help them become better?
The vet.
What But no.
No. So what's the difference between you trying to fix them? There is a no, because there's a very distinct line, and you helping them to become better.
Is it the willingness?
It can also be you trying to fix to make them become better so that they can try to be like you or who you are.
So fixing them is you trying to mold them into something that you want them to be, versus helping them become better, meaning that it's part of their drive, their motivation to do something that they already want to do, and you're in supporting them to help them become better. So let's say that somebody is, on their journey of losing weight. They make the choice to lose the weight. You are there in support of them to help them lose the weight. Versus, I want to fix them. Yo, you need to lose some weight. You need to get into the gym, da da da. So you're trying to mold them to something that they may or may not want to be, versus you trying to help them and be like, look, I want to help you become a better person. So part of you becoming better is, hey, you may want to consider this to become physically better so you could be able to do more, experience more, be in different places, and be happier about who you are if that's what you choose.
But when you say that, though, Cam, certain people will take offense to that as well too, because they don't want to necessarily hear that, but at the same time,
no,
that willingness right there can also be a benefit.
No, they have to be willing to.
Yeah.
They have to have that drive first for you to help them. Making somebody better is they have the drive to do it. You're just in support of them on their path of getting to that point B. And sometimes in helping a person get to that point B may not necessarily be physical. It could be, yo, I'm gonna try to help you get your money up. Versus, versus, yo, you need to get your paper up, figure it out. Because I can't be with you if you don't have no money. You a brokey. What's the difference? Certain women they don't want the person who don't have money because they say that money is important. It's okay. But are they willing to help you become better to get there?
Here's something funny, and I think we watched that video on that one time when the guy was taking out his trash, right? And the girl was like, "Oh, so you live in this apartment?" You said, "Yeah." So you said, "Oh, so you by yourself?" You're like, "Yeah, I live by myself. I got my own job. I got my own apartment and everything." But she knocked him down just because, oh, so basically when you're not giving me no place just because, you know, I have my own place, I have my own car. Then he switched it up. He asked her, okay, do you have a job? No. Do you have a car? No. Where do you live at? Oh, I live with my mom. So what's the difference between me having my own place and me having a job and driving versus you as a female, you don't have a job, you don't have a car, but you live with your mom?
Because like I said, if can I give you the honest answer of why that so the scenario was,
They want Tigger.
no, they do want Tigger. No, so the scenario.
I said Tigger.
So T-I double girl, not the other word.
I didn't want to get into that.
Yeah, you gotta. Hey,
I didn't name it.
the scenario was, there was a guy who has his own place, got his own car and stuff, and there was a female who was trying to talk to him, trying to knock him down because of these things, but he had asked her, what do you have? And she has all of nothing. She doesn't have a job, she has a baby, and she lives with her mom.
Yeah.
Now, the problem that you have with that scenario is really simple, folks. He came out there and was like, look, I'm just a regular dude.
Yeah.
I'm not flashy. I don't have no chains on, no nothing. But guess what? Let's say he was wearing his chains. Let's say he threw on a decent fit, things like that. You know what she would have been? All over this dude. Because it's perceived, because of what he looks like with the material, that it's more perceived that he doesn't, he has something. Versus him coming out with a plain little sweatsuit and be like, well, she thought that he didn't have nothing. And we'll come to find out, it's like, look, I'm cool. I got a spot. I got a car. I got a job. I don't have no kids. I'm straight. It's perception, but see, what she's looking at is a bag.
Yeah. I use that.
But she doesn't have no drive or motivation. You can tell what her life is like.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing that you're working towards. You don't have no drive. All you have is a little bit of looks, and it really wasn't really all that. And you're going to try to tell me that you just want somebody to just take care of your lifestyle just based upon your looks alone. But guess what? A lot of guys do that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that you have, is that a lot of guys would just say, well, you look good, it doesn't matter what your situation is. I want to be with you. But they want them as a rental. That's what the title of this thing, by the way, as a rental. And the reason why I say that is because the reason why is because, I want to be with you, I want to have you around for a period of time, but you may not be the one I really want to be with because you don't have
just validating my character.
You just validate me because I'm able to get you for a little bit of time. I could put my little trophy on the wall, have your name on the trophy.
Swordfish.
Then I'm going to slide you off to the side and look for somebody who I really want. Because a guy, just like women, will stop for somebody who they're attracted to, who they really like, and who they really want to be with. And a lot of women will throw themselves completely after the ones who they really would want, hoping that the guy will give them some run, and a guy will do exactly the same thing. They just do it in two different ways. Right. Guys tend to lead with money. Girls try to lead with the physical. The problem is when you lead with both of those aspects, it's combustible. If you just try to get to learn the people for who they are, it'll make it a much easier conversation. Anyway, final thoughts before we get out of here. I'm hungry.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this episode of the PVC Podcast Crew. Today's episode was a little bit of all over the place, as always, but we hope you enjoyed what we talked about. At the very least, we hope you had a good time with us, and even if you didn't, well, thank you for coming to the very end and listening. After all, a hater's view is still a view, and we would hope that you like the video, even if you don't like the video. And do remember that this upcoming Valentine's Day, I don't know when this will be posted, but this is on February 11th, so hopefully the day, just a couple days before Valentine's Day, and you're planning to perhaps confess or do something of that sort to someone, and you so happen to get rejected. Rejection is a part of life. Rejection within itself is not evil, and ultimately rejection is not meant to be feared. I think this fear of rejection has crippled many people, permanently, I would say, and it's a sad state of affairs. You must take action if you want a reaction, and I would encourage you to do so anyway. Whether you're accepted or rejected, take solace in the fact that you did something about it and move forward. I do hope that anyone who is hoping to start a relationship this upcoming Valentine's Day, that they are blessed with one, and it's one that they're hoping to be long-lasting. As always, it's very fun to record with my brothers here, Paul and Cameron. But before we close out properly, I'm going to pass this invisible mic to Paul. Paul, talk to our dear viewers. Let them know what you think.
Okay.
All right, that's it for Paul.
That's what I'm saying, boy. Will you say something real quick?
Oh, my bad. There's just so much in the air right now. I will say this, for first and foremost, Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there. I hope you get something special, if you have somebody special in your life or not, but at the end of the day, everybody still needs love and support on that. For the most part, I will say this. If you're in a relationship or not a relationship, take the time out to not only work on yourself, but work on the things around you. And for the most part, things might look up and things might not. It's okay. But at the same time, you have to live your life for yourself, not for others all the time. So with that, just keep motivating yourself, keep pushing forward, and keep striving for excellence. And for the most part, just enjoy your life, because you may not have it.
Wait, I'm just trying to figure out for the last hour. That just dawned on me. Y'all trying to tell me something? Somebody trying to ask somebody out. Y'all didn't say y'all ain't talking to you. Wait a minute. Do we have this whole talk about? Ain't nobody. Hey.
Until next time.
Hey. Wait. Time out. Y'all trying to hold out?
No.
We'll talk about it on the post. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it post.
Time of love.
No. Y'all talking about
Hey, I'm gonna be like, hey, look, I'm
y'all
gonna
talking
be
about
like,
rejection.
wait, I'm gonna be like Dr. Phil. I don't wait. Put you right back.
No, y'all trying to talk about rejection and stuff. Y'all like, wait a minute.
First, a word from our sponsors.
I just put one and one together. And speaking of
Big said this is a Valentine.
No, I got it. But speaking of all that, speaking of sponsors and all that stuff, before we dip, I gotta get this off the ground. Shout out to 119 of y'all subscribers. Definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all first and foremost. Love all of y'all. For the ones who are watching and crossing, we definitely appreciate y'all even checking us out and crossing. And like Vic says, you don't have to like the page. So keep liking the page, keep subscribing, doing all that fun stuff first and foremost. Shout out to our affiliates, of course, World Heat Entertainment, Jason Lang, we'll see you. We got some stuff in the works, y'all know that. Dirty Joe, I know you've been on the grind working to see you do your things. Much love to you, fam. We'll see you soon, of course. Z, I know we're supposed to have you on the table. We'll get you on the table pretty soon. And everybody else connected to us, man, we definitely want to show our love to everybody out there, first and foremost. Finally.
Drop the date, March 9th.
So we're going to be in the trenches real quick. So March 8th and 9th, we're going to be doing the filming for Hilltop Brawl Part 2. If y'all haven't had a chance to see Hilltop Brawl Part 1, definitely check that out first and foremost. You got Paul in the mix with that one. Definitely some good content. Definitely check that out, of course. Outside of that, to give you my final thoughts, y'all brothers hope now. One of y'all trying to ask somebody out. Now I want to know I want to know the scoop. Y'all messing up. Y'all thought y'all was gonna sneak that by this whole episode and not a kid find that out. Nah, cause y'all ain't.
I'm just throwing it.
Cause y'all ain't doing that. Y'all can't just.
You said
y'all can't be sneaking.
I said y'all wanted to do a
Y'all can't.
episode, so I gotta keep it lovely.
Until next time, America.
Y'all can't be
That's some
slipping.
real thoughts
Y'all
out there
can't
for
be
brothers.
slipping all these thoughts. I'm
Finish your
dropping.
final thought.
I'm dropping gems and jewels, and I'm like, dang, wait a minute. somebody holding out in the camp. We gotta have a powwow after this.
I smell a rat.
Anyway, hopefully y'all learned something today. Hopefully, if y'all take a little bits of it, even if y'all disagree, throw it in the comments below. If y'all disagree with what we're saying, y'all can throw that in there. If y'all agree with what we're talking about, definitely throw some comments in that as well. We got some more stuff in the works as we proceed forward, of course. But keep rocking with us, man. You know, I'm glad to have everybody who's been rocking along with us so far. Keep joining along. We got a lot of good things in the works coming up ahead in the future. But besides that, for my man Paul, for my man Vic, my name is Cam, aka Nerd Boy Fresh.
Freaky.
Like always, God above everything. Till the next time, family, we will do this again soon.
Much love and respect.
Salute.